So here's how you can generate qualified motivated seller leads and appointments instantly with AI. So let's pretend that we have Doug homeowner over here. And let's pretend that this is a lead we haven't spoke to in a while, and we want the AI to see if they are still interested in selling their house. So all we do is click on add, click on campaign workflow, and start bot. Now this is going to send a message to this lead, and basically you can customize this message to be whatever it is that you'd like, and our system works for any and all lead sources because we're just using SMS. So I am going to respond to this as Doug and just say, who is this? And you can see the power of our AI system in action. So the AI system will respond within just a few minutes, and basically it's designed to qualify these leads based on the 4 pillars. So, hi Doug, I'm Jackie from Demo Account. This will be your company name. We help homeowners explore options for selling their homes. Are you still thinking about selling your house? So for the sake of the demonstration, I'm just going to kind of follow along, and just keep in mind that this does work really well. Even if the lead is resisting kind of the response, the system is really good at engaging the lead. So we're just going to say yes, and basically it's going to move on to the next question. And the other cool thing about this as well is that our system will actually proactively follow up with the lead if they don't respond. So I'll talk more about that in a bit. So great. To better understand your situation, can you please tell me why you're considering selling your home? So I'm going to just say inherited. And basically it's going to send a message to the AI, and the AI will interpret that and respond accordingly. Okay, so I'm sorry for your loss, Doug. Inheriting a home can be a lot to handle. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the condition of the property? 1 being in terrible condition and 10 being brand new up to 2023 standards. So I'm going to say not sure, haven't been there in years. I'm in Arizona. The house is in Cali. So just to kind of show you that, this system is not a fixed system that just is waiting for a certain type of response. It can read the information and respond intelligently, which is why it's so powerful. So not sure, haven't been there in years. I'm in Arizona. The house is in Cali. I understand, Doug. It's tough to assess a property from afar. When do you plan to sell your home? Okay, ASAP, next 30 days, next 60 or 90 days. So I am just going to say July 10th. And there it goes. And now we're going to get a response from the system. So thanks for sharing that, Doug. Do you have an asking price in mind for the property? This will help us make the most accurate and best offer for you. So I can say, not sure. And the way that I've designed this system is it wants to qualify the lead, obviously. However, if the lead pulls back and kind of is resisting, then the system will back off and just become more of a helpful assistant. So no problem, Doug. We can help you determine a fair asking price. Would you like to set up a call with Quinn, our lead home buying specialist, to discuss your options further? Now, when you sign up with our system, this will also be customized to whatever name you would like. So this is how that works. So I can just say, who's Quinn? So now I'm going to kind of demonstrate pulling away from the system so you can see how powerful this thing really is. And I'm very, very excited to share this with all of you. and I've been working super hard on it. So Quinn is our lead home buying specialist at Demo Account. He's experienced in helping homeowners like you navigate the selling process and can provide valuable insights. Would you like me to arrange a call with him to discuss your property and options? So I'm going to say, where are you based? That way, we can kind of pull off the script because, like I said, the majority of these homeowners aren't going to just respond with cookie cutter. I wanted to show you kind of the qualifying questions and not take you too far off, but where are you based? We're based in Southern California, which makes us well equipped to assist with your property in Cali. Let me know if you'd like to schedule a call with Quinn to discuss your options further. So I'm going to say, where in SoCal? And you will see a response from the system. So this is very, very powerful. And like I said, I'll touch on a few more points after I wrap this part of it up. And this is kind of only the beginning of how this technology is going to be applied, because as the AI, which this is built on ChatGPT 4.0, so as the AI gets smarter, which it's doing literally every moment, it just automatically passes those learnings into your system without, that's just how it works. So I'm going to pause till there's a response, but keep in mind, it's always going to respond within, a few minutes or so. Sometimes there's a little variation, but I'll pause it just so you're not waiting around. So you could see 327. So it responded, we're based in Southern California, which makes us well positioned to assist with your property in Cali. Let me know if you'd like to schedule a call with Quinn to discuss your options further. So I'm going to say, what part? California. Or I should have said what part in Southern California, but I just want to show you kind of, what this thing can do, and then we'll wrap it up and I'll talk about the rest of what's included in the system. So 329 message sent. Okay, so you can see we primarily serve the Southern California region, including Los Angeles, Orange County, San Diego, surrounding areas. If your property is in this region, we'd be happy to help. Let me know if you'd like to schedule a call with Quinn to discuss your options. Okay, so I'm just going to say okay. And after this, last few messages, I'll wrap it up and then I'll show you some other super awesome key features, which really make this system actually much different than a lot of what you're seeing. So great, Doug. I'll arrange a call with Quinn for you. What's the best phone number and time to reach you? We'll make sure to call you at a convenient time. So I'm just going to say this number. So the system already knows the number. So this number, and today at 6 p.m. works. Okay, so that is a fully automated appointment. Now keep in mind, I barely went off the rails because I didn't want to, make the demo super long, but I spent hundreds of hours, throwing at different curveballs, and it basically just will disengage the mode of trying to qualify the lead, and basically just, can really facilitate the conversation. So if you're having conversations with people with this system that aren't, ready to necessarily talk, you don't have to worry about it like bulldozing over and trying to just qualify people and sending, things that it shouldn't send. I've designed this to be very, very conservative the way that it works. And, in doing so, it doesn't really make any mistakes. So, obviously nothing is perfect, but, it's not going to send anything very risky, very outlandish, anything that you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it sent that, right? So it may not always, provide the most like intelligent, specific answer, right? Like that's where you would need to come in. And it's literally as simple as stopping the bot. So all you got to do is, stop the bot, and, basically you can jump in and text the lead, and, now there's no there's no way that the bot will respond. So it's as simple as a few clicks to start it and stop it. And obviously you can see here we got a booked appointment. Now, there's a few other things I wanted to touch on. So basically you can use this for any sort of lead generation. So you can pull a list, you can use our system, which this system is running on New Breed Investor. So in order to actually use this AI system, it's all done through New Breed Investor. So when you sign up for our system, you actually get the ability to launch your own Facebook ads to generate leads. And, you can use the AI to basically work your Facebook leads, but you can basically generate leads any way you'd like. So, once you queue that lead to that system and you send that first message, the AI will basically just start working the leads for you. So I would really recommend doing this with leads that you've already acquired. Most people have hundreds, if not thousands of leads that they've either cold called or sent messages to or whatever. And so this is really awesome because you can sign up with our system and basically just start, re-engaging these leads, without having to go and spend money on ads or anything like that. So as long as you have, a name and a phone number, really all you need is the phone number. You just won't be able to, the system just won't know who it's talking to in terms of a name. But as long as you have the actual, phone number, you can interact, or the AI can interact with, the person. So basically the system will generate leads for you. It'll also follow up and engage the leads for you. So let me talk a bit about this. So basically, the way that we left this conversation off was that, this person wants to get a call at 6 p.m., about selling their house, right? And I obviously stopped the bot, right? But basically, when the bot remains on, right? If we left the bot on, basically what's going to happen is the system will wait to see if this lead responds. So if after 20 minutes there's no response, it actually moves into another sequence. And that sequence is basically a randomizer. And I won't get into the complexities of that, but basically what happens is when that lead doesn't respond, it gets put into a randomizer. And then that randomizer will send a message within the next, few hours, next few days. Never goes longer than 2 days without re-engaging the lead. Okay? And so it would actually re-engage this lead, and it would re-engage the lead based on the conversation context and previous history. So it would be able to reach out and say, something along the lines of, like if this lead was still in the actual system, it would basically say, something like, hey, did you end up speaking to Quinn? Or, hey, were you still interested in having that conversation? Whatever it would come up with based on what it can read, right? So obviously this is where, you're going to want to be mindful, or whoever's using it, be mindful of how, if you take the lead out of the sequence, then obviously, it's not going to follow up. But let's just say the more realistic example would be, this lead would respond, right? And after this message, let's say it just stopped, right? So it said, what part of California? Then the AI sent this message, and then the lead just didn't respond, right? So a day later or 2 hours later, whatever the randomizer decides, it's going to re-prompt that message or a message to this person and say, hey, are you still interested in booking that call, right? Because it knows it didn't book that call based on the conversation history. So this is really powerful because as long as the system is on and the lead hasn't been fully qualified or ready to book a call, the system will follow up automatically, every few days, or depending on the randomizer, no matter what. So you never have to think again about, okay, I got to re-engage that lead. Or, the other thing that this removes is when you pre-program automations, right? Sometimes you send a message out of context. So, for example, in this case, we talked to Doug already. We found out his property's inherited. We found out that he's in Arizona. We found out that the property's in California, right? And now he just didn't respond. Maybe he had, dinner or whatever it was, right? Or he's dealing with other stuff. So when you assign a lead to a pre-programmed set of automation, maybe that next day it sends a message like, hey, Doug, are you still interested in selling, right? And, that's maybe not the best example for like a non-ideal message, but it doesn't have the context, right, of really what the conversation already consisted of. So maybe it's like, hey, we've been trying to reach you, for the past few days and we couldn't get a hold of you, and you talked to him yesterday, right? So that's a better example of maybe a non-ideal pre-programmed message that, this system will not do because it has context and conversation history, and it basically has a memory of the conversation based on the lead's phone number. So that's the power of the follow-up system, because most people, when they think of chatbot, they just think of it responds if the lead responds. But this will actually not only do that, it'll qualify them, but it'll actually proactively re-engage the lead if they left off in the conversation and they didn't fully complete it. And it'll have perfect context of that. It'll have better memory than us as humans. So we'll qualify the leads for you, and then it'll also hand them off when they're ready. And this works with any lead source, like I said. So if you have old PPC leads, if you have old Facebook leads, if you have old cold calling lists or old SMS lists, obviously you have to be compliant. And, within our system, I have some simple things you can do to be compliant with your texting and make sure that, everything is registered and you're verified to get the best deliverability. But, you can have old leads, database leads, wherever, right? You don't have to go get new leads to do this, which is why I love it so much. You can simply, start that workflow with, a lead or a few leads or a bunch of leads. And, if they respond to that hook message, it'll just start working. So it's really cool. So it requires zero in ads, like I said. If you want to run ads from our system, you can also do that. And there's, it's as simple as a few clicks. And if you've been watching the channel or me, you know that, I've managed quite a bit of ad spend with Facebook, and we've gotten amazing results with it. So this is just an extension of our offering to really help our clients convert better and more predictable. Really, the intent of the actual, this AI system is to be predictable and reliable and, to be consistent, right? And so, like I said, you're not going to get it pulling out any sort of miracle, message or anything, but it's going to give you a response. It's going to give you a response fast, and it's going to do, it's going to have very, very little error. Okay. So that's really the intent, because if you can just stabilize your business operations with something like that, I just am so bullish on where this AI thing is going. So this is why I've spent the last, I don't know how many hours building it, and I haven't been making videos and all this stuff. So I'll do a video maybe just updating you guys separate from this. But yeah, it requires zero in ads, and yeah, you get instant access. So, you can just click below and sign up, and I'll talk more about, how this setup process works. So there's no tech work, so you don't have to build this or, hook anything up or anything like that. It's completely done for you. So when you sign up, it basically just goes into your account. And I'll talk more about what we do on our end to make sure it's customized to you, but it's completely done for you. And you can also cancel anytime with one click. So, if you're after a month, you don't like it, which I don't see that happening, because, if you have a full business operation, and somebody or you is qualifying leads, I just think people are going to be more facilitators of the technology than doing all of the work. So, like I said, you can easily stop it and then, jump in, but it's going to respond 24/7, 365, and, give you a really good, predictable response. So really powerful. So you can cancel though anytime with one click. You don't have to worry about, firing a VA or a person or training them or anything like that. This is all AI, okay? So you can do this on unlimited leads, and there's unlimited usage 24/7, 365. And these are just some of the results that we've gotten with our done for you clients. And I show all this because, this is just an extension of what we're already doing. And I've kind of been waiting for this before I even knew it was going to happen this way, where, we want to help our clients convert more and get better results. So, we basically, before ChatGPT, this wasn't really possible without people, right? And so now, we can do this with AI. So these are just some results here. I won't, narrate over all of them, but there's Jeff, got a deal from the New Breed Investor System. He actually running his own ads, which is part of the system that I just showed you. So I touched on just a fraction of what our CRM now will include if you get the AI option, but that was Jeff. Here's Ryan. We've been working with Ryan for over 2 years, and he's made quite a bit of money with our system. We've got, some of these clients don't have any, name. They just sent me these that I can use. But these are all deals from, our actual system. This is a 40K assignment, 170K flip, 14K assignment. This is an ovation and a wholesale deal. And this was a big flip as well, another flip, and me at one of the properties. And how many more do I got here? Okay, yeah, just deals through the system, okay? So in order to get started, click the button below, sign up, okay? And then you will get instant access via email. So as soon as you click that, it'll basically just allow you to sign up, and you'll get an email with your login, and then your AI system will be ready ASAP. And you can test it with yourself. And, there's a few short modules that are like 2 minutes each that just walk you through, how to test it. And you don't have to do anything though. It's already all hooked up. So I will see you inside.